What if I told you your next garden upgrade doesn't need a single trip to the store? Just a little heart, a dash of memory, and maybe an old spoon. Sounds odd. Maybe. But sometimes, the most beautiful things bloom from what we almost threw away. In this video, we're not just planting flowers, we're planting memories, reusing forgotten treasures, and finding meaning in the most unexpected corners of our homes. Because your garden isn't just soil and seeds, it's a story. Let's write the next chapter, together. In 2025, gardening is no longer about spending more, it's about growing more with less. Gone are the days of rushing to the store for every new trend. Today, the most inspiring gardens are being crafted by those who see possibility in the past, not pressure in the present, and leading this quiet revolution, seniors, mothers, grandfathers, empty nesters, retirees, each with a lifetime of stories, and a shed full of what others might call junk. But here's the beautiful truth. That rusted teapot, a charming herb planter, those chipped cups, they cradle new beginnings. Even the old wooden ladder, once forgotten, now climbs toward the sun, wrapped in morning glories and meaning. In backyards and balconies across the world, seniors are transforming what once gathered dust into pieces that now gather joy. They aren't just recycling, they're repurposing with heart. Every item has a memory, every memory has a place, and every place can bloom again. Why does this matter? Because it's not just about gardening. It's about connection. It's about renewal. It's about looking at the things we've lived with, or lived through, and realizing they still have value. We still have value. Maybe your knees aren't what they used to be. Maybe your days are quieter now, but that doesn't mean you stop growing. Not when there's still beauty to be made and wisdom to plant. So today, we invite you to walk with us through 7 timeless garden ideas that prove one thing. Beauty never retires. You don't need fancy tools. You don't need a big budget. You just need a little imagination and a willingness to see with fresh eyes. From turning old picture frames into vertical gardens, to giving rain boots new life as planters, every idea we'll share is designed with you in mind. Simple, sentimental, sustainable. Whether you're starting fresh or tending to a garden you've loved for decades, there's something here that will speak to your soul. This is more than a video. It's a reminder that even in the later chapters of life, you're still the author. In your garden, it can still surprise you. Call to action. Before we dig into these heartwarming ideas, take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the Evergreen Seniors, where every story blooms and where your journey is always welcome. You know that sock at the back of your drawer, the one without a match? The one that's been through years of laundry cycles, long walks, maybe even hospital visits or family picnics. Don't toss it. Give it purpose. In 2025, one of the most heartwarming garden trends is turning worn-out socks into hanging herb planters, and seniors are leading the way with creativity and care. Imagine this: a cozy old sock, gently stretched open and filled with fresh soil. Tucked inside, a sprig of mint. Another sock hangs nearby, cradling time, and another with tiny leaves of basil reaching toward the sun. Why does this work? Because socks are soft, breathable, and easy to tie or hang. They naturally drain water, making them perfect for lightweight herbs. Plus, there's something we all have, and often overlook. More importantly, they carry memory. That sock might have walked through your child's first day of school. It might have comforted you through a hard winter. Now, it's holding life again, a symbol that nothing is too small to bloom. Here's how to do it. Choose a clean sock, preferably cotton or wool. Fill the toe gently with potting soil. Tuck in a sprig of your favorite herb, mint, basil, thyme, or even parsley. Tie the open end with twine or a gentle knot, leaving enough slack to hang it. Use a clothesline, a nail on your fence, or a balcony hook, and hang them where they can catch some morning sun. The emotional takeaway? This isn't just upcycling. It's story cycling, turning something small and forgotten into something fresh and alive. And in a world that often rushes past the old to buy something new, this is a quiet, defiant act of beauty. Because when you plant in a sock, you're planting a message. I still have value. And so does this. Even more ideas. Mix and match different colored socks for a cheerful herb rainbow. Gift one to a neighbor, a sock of mint with a small note. Here's a little fresh start. From my garden to yours. Seniors everywhere are using this idea not just to grow food, but to grow joy. It's easy on the hands, light on the budget, and heavy on meaning. So next time you're holding an old sock, ask yourself, is this really trash? Or is it tomorrow's time? Don't forget, if you're loving these creative garden moments, hit that like button and subscribe to the Evergreen Seniors. Because here, we believe in making the most of what we have and helping it grow. We often think of tea bags as single-use comforts, small rituals, that end with a quiet sigh and an empty cup. But what if that simple tea bag still had more to give? It's like the tea bag continues nurturing long after your last sip. That warm moment of calm, your chamomile at dusk, your morning black tea in the sun, doesn't have to end in the trash. Because hidden in that used little pouch is a second life, ready to serve not just you, but your garden. Seniors around the world are embracing this beautifully simple idea, placing used tea bags beneath their seedlings. Why? Because tea bags are compostable. They break down naturally, feeding the soil. Water retaining. They hold moisture like a sponge, helping seedlings stay hydrated. Nutrient rich. Teas like green, black, and herbal contain tannins and organic matter that enrich the soil gently. Here's how to do it. After enjoying your tea, let the bag cool and dry slightly. When planting seeds or transferring young plants to pots, place 1 or 2 used tea bags directly in the soil just beneath the roots. As the plant grows, the tea bag will slowly decompose, releasing nutrients and holding water close to where it's needed most. It's nature's gentle encouragement, like a grandmother's touch for every new sprout. Why this resonates? Because gardening, especially in our later years, isn't about rushing. It's about rhythm. It's about watching something small become something strong, just like we once did with children, careers, or dreams. And now, with nothing more than yesterday's tea bag, we continue that work, nurturing, feeding, growing. This tip also speaks to something even deeper, sustainability with soul. We're not only avoiding waste, we're honoring every bit of what we already have. The tea soothed your spirit. Now it nourishes new life. Nothing is wasted. Everything matters. Have you ever reused a tea bag in your garden? Or tried something similar that surprised you? Let us know in the comments. Your story might inspire someone else to look at their tea differently. If you're using flavored or herbal teas, go for ones without added oils or synthetic flavorings. Plain green or black tea is ideal for plant nutrition. Your tea bag may seem small, but so is a seed. And with the right care, both can grow into something beautiful. If this sparked a new idea, give this video a like. And be sure to subscribe to the Evergreen Seniors, where every story and every sip has a second life. We all have one, that old mug, chipped on the rim, maybe cracked at the base. It once held morning coffee, late night cocoa, or the tea your partner brought you when you had a cold. It's not just a cup, it's a keepsake. And while it may no longer sit proudly on the table, it still has a quiet purpose waiting in your garden. Cracked mugs make the perfect pot drainage solution. Here's why this simple trick matters. Prevents root rot. Too much water at the bottom of a planter can drown delicate roots. Reduces waste. No need to throw away broken ceramic that still has beauty and use. Adds a personal layer to your garden. A little secret only you know is there. Here's how to use it. Take your cracked mug or chipped teacup. No need to fix or glue it. Break it further into 2 to 3 large shards if needed, carefully, with a cloth and light pressure. Place the pieces at the bottom of your planter or flower pot, with the curve facing down. Pour soil on top and plant as usual. The mug pieces act as a barrier, keeping excess water from pooling while still allowing roots to breathe. It's a simple fix, but one that keeps your plants healthy and your memories close. That chipped cup from your wedding set, the one you couldn't bear to toss, even though it couldn't hold tea anymore, it still has purpose. It's holding roots now. It's helping things grow, just like you always have. Why this matters emotionally? We live in a world that's quick to throw things away. But in your garden, and in your life, you've always seen potential. Cracks don't mean failure. They mean experience. And experience is what makes things strong. Want to take this a step further? Paint the outside of the mug pieces before placing them in the pot. Soft blues, gentle florals, or even hand-painted names, turning each one into a hidden work of art beneath the soil. Have a mug with a memory? Drop a comment below and tell us about it. How old it is, where it came from, and what it means to you. You never know who your story might inspire. Why seniors love this idea. No waste, no pressure, just purpose, quietly doing its work, just like many of us have done for years. That old mug may not sit on your shelf anymore, but now it's part of something blooming. Isn't that the perfect second act? Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the Evergreen Seniors, where we believe that even the smallest cracks can lead to the biggest growth. There was something about Grandma's kitchen, the warm smell of baked pies, the clinking of spoons and teacups, and always a bowl of orange peels on the counter. We used to wonder why she saved them. We thought maybe it was just her way of stretching every bit, wasting nothing. Now, we know she was ahead of her time. Citrus peels make the perfect seed starters. They're biodegradable, nutrient-rich, and surprisingly sturdy. And when your hands have known decades of nurturing, children, gardens, memories, you start to see the beauty in the little things. Even an empty orange rind. Why it works. Natural shape, perfectly cupped to hold soil and a seed. Nutrient boost. As they break down, they enrich the soil with trace minerals. Zero waste, no plastic pots or trays. Just nature helping nature. Here's how to do it. Slice your citrus fruits, oranges, lemons, or limes, neatly in half. Scoop out the fruit and enjoy it, of course. Poke a small hole in the bottom for drainage using a toothpick or fork. Fill the hollow with potting mix. Plant a single seed, like basil, lettuce, or marigold, in each half. Place them in a shallow tray near a window with sunlight. Water gently. As the seedlings grow, you can plant the entire citrus cup directly into the soil. The peel will decompose naturally, nourishing the plant as it roots deeper. Grandma used to save every orange rind. Now we know why. She wasn't just being frugal. She was being wise, resourceful, intentional, and her garden thanked her for it. This is about more than gardening. It's about using what we have, about seeing every part of life, even the leftovers, as holding potential. Citrus peels become reminders that even the things we once threw away can help something grow. Do you remember something clever your grandma or grandpa used to do in the kitchen or garden? Drop a comment below. Let's pass those stories on. The wisdom of the past deserves to bloom again. You can prepare a whole week's worth of seed starters. As you enjoy fresh citrus daily, keep them in the fridge until you're ready to plant. A single orange, eaten at breakfast, can become a tomato plant in a few weeks. And in your hands, something small becomes something meaningful. Isn't that the heart of gardening? If this brought back a memory or sparked a new idea, hit that like button. And subscribe to the Evergreen Seniors, where the smallest things, like a citrus peel, can carry the biggest purpose. There's something sacred about old tools. The worn wooden handle, smoothed by years of grip. The faint rattle of metal against metal when you pick it up. It's not just a tool, it's a story etched in rust. Like the old man down the road. His shovel was older than his grandkids, but it still worked like it used to. Because he didn't toss it. He restored it, with nothing more than a bottle of vinegar and a little patience. Why this tip matters? It's affordable, no fancy cleaners, just household vinegar. It's sustainable, save old tools instead of buying new. And most of all, it's sentimental, a quiet way to honor history while preparing for tomorrow. Here's how to do it. Grab that rusty trowel, pruner, or spade hiding in the corner of your shed. Fill a bucket with white vinegar, enough to submerge the rusty part. Let it soak for 12 to 24 hours. Remove it and scrub gently with steel wool or a wire brush. Rinse, dry thoroughly, and coat with a light layer of vegetable oil to prevent new rust. The transformation is powerful. Years of neglect, gone in a day. The tool is back in your hand, just like it was all those seasons ago. You don't need new tools to grow new things. Sometimes, the most reliable ones are the ones that weathered time, just like you. Restoring them isn't just cleaning metal, it's reviving memories. What's the oldest tool in your shed? Who gave it to you? What have you grown with it? Drop a comment below. Your story could inspire someone to bring their old tools back to life. This tip speaks to the heart, because just like rusty tools, we all carry signs of use. But under the surface, there's still so much strength left. If you're loving these timeless garden ideas, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the Evergreen Seniors, where age is never a limitation, and every crack holds a story worth sharing. Chairs are where we've rested, gathered, laughed, and lingered. the kitchen chair where you tied shoelaces, the porch rocker where you waved to neighbors, even the wobbly one that finally gave way last summer. But what if that broken chair still had something to offer? Studio microphone. When a chair can no longer hold you, let it hold a vine instead. In gardens across the country, seniors are breathing new life into old wooden chairs by turning them into tomato trellises. And the result is nothing short of poetic. Why it works? Strong support. The back frame and legs provide sturdy vertical structure for climbing plants like tomatoes or beans. Rustic charm adds personality and character to any garden corner. No waste. Instead of tossing the chair, you repurpose it, turning a symbol of rest into one of growth. How to do it? Take any old wooden or metal chair that's no longer sturdy enough to sit on. Remove the seat if it's badly damaged, or leave it for added structure. Place the chair directly in your garden bed or container where you plan to grow. Plant your tomato seedling near the base, and gently guide the vine toward the backrest as it grows. Secure with soft ties or twine as needed. As the weeks pass, the tomato vines will weave their way through the spindles, turning your chair into a living sculpture of color, life, and memory. This tip is about more than gardening. It's about giving purpose to the things that once served us. Even when something can't do what it used to, it can still contribute, still matter, still hold beauty, just like us. Do you have an old chair tucked away in your garage or on your porch? What memories are tied to it? And what could it grow next? Share your story in the comments. We'd love to hear it. The next time you see a broken chair, don't think of what it can't do. Think of what it can still become. Because in the right garden, even a tired frame can rise again, supporting something fresh, fruitful, and full of life. Like this tip? Tap that thumbs up and subscribe to the Evergreen Seniors, where every chapter and every chair still has a purpose. Some things are hard to part with. An old umbrella, frayed but once kept you dry on walks together. A pair of boots, cracked and dusty, but once steady beneath the feet of someone you loved. They sit quietly in closets or by the back door, holding more memories than we realize. But what if, just like us, they still had something left to give? Boots and umbrellas make surprisingly beautiful garden beds, not just for their shape, but for the stories they carry. Her husband's old boots now grow lavender. She says it smells like he's still nearby. That's more than a planter. That's a connection. A memory kept alive in bloom. Why it works? Waterproof. Rain boots and umbrellas are designed to hold moisture, making them ideal as small, self-contained planters. Visually charming, they bring character, color, and whimsy to any garden nook. Sentimental, repurposing. Beloved items brings personal meaning to every flower planted. Here's how to do it with boots. Find an old pair of rain boots or sturdy leatherwork boots. Drill or poke small holes in the soles for drainage. Add a few stones at the bottom, then fill with potting mix. Plant herbs, flowers, or small vegetables, lavender, marigolds, even lettuce. Line them on your porch, steps, or garden edge. For umbrellas, use an old umbrella that can still open fully. Line the interior with coconut fiber or breathable fabric to hold the soil. Place on the ground or hang from a railing like a basket. Fill with trailing flowers like petunias, ivy, or pansies. This isn't just gardening. It's about keeping what matters close. Taking the things that walked through life with us and letting them carry beauty one more time. Because in your hands, an umbrella is more than weather gear. A pair of boots is more than something to wear. They're vessels of memory, now growing something new. Do you have a pair of boots or something from someone you loved that you've given new purpose to? Tell us in the comments. Your story might help someone else heal, grow, and smile. Add a small tag to each boot or umbrella planter, a name, a date, or a favorite phrase. These small touches turn everyday items into legacy pieces that continue to speak. Just like old boots, we may be scuffed and worn, but we still carry love. And sometimes, we carry lavender, too. If this touched your heart or gave you an idea, give this video a thumbs up. And subscribe to the Evergreen Seniors, where every memory has a place. And every garden tells a story. These aren't just garden tricks. They're reminders that age adds value, that memories can bloom, that nothing truly good is ever wasted. Every cracked mug, every tea bag, every worn-out boot, they each hold more than we see at first glance. Just like you don't need a new garden set. You don't need expensive soil or flashy tools. You already have what matters most: patience, presence, perspective. In your hands, a sock becomes a herb garden. An old umbrella turns into a bed of color. And a forgotten chair? It rises again, helping tomatoes climb toward the sun. Because the garden isn't just about what grows in the ground. It's about what grows in us. So as you head outside, or simply look out your window, remember this: every season has something to give. And so do you. If this video inspired you, share it with a friend, leave a comment below, and don't forget to subscribe to the Evergreen Seniors, where every story blooms.